I'm Duncan Ash and I head up the Global Financial Services industry team at Qlik. Today I'm going to show you a new insurance app which we've built in Qlik Sense. This app is based on the data from a mid-sized general insurer and it contains a rich set of data about all aspects of their business, from the sales and general ledgers through to claims, loss ratios, policy lapses and even ledger error analysis. Now, in production, this level of analysis would only be shared across several applications, but for this demo it was easier to put it all in one place. So let's start with sales. In this case the tab is called In-Force Premium Analysis, which is a useful analysis of the current business, and it's used as the model with which to analyse the current customer base and for forecasting future business. The data comes from the sales ledger. One of the interesting features here is a colour scheme. In this case we've set the colour to correspond to the compound annual growth rate in premiums. Dark blue means high growth and dark red means decline. So if I make a selection on the app here and I select two pieces of information where the colour is tending towards red, it's going to show me all the things on the chart that correspond with that selection. In this case it's showing me all the policies where the premium's in decline. If I want, I can drill down a bit further, I can select brokers and I can see which brokers have sold those policies, and then if I pick on an individual broker I can drill into that and see which cities those policies were sold in. So it's giving me a lot of rich information. And the incredible thing here is that it's calculating the compound annual growth rate on the fly based on the selections I've made. And this is one of the powerful features that's built into Qlik Sense. The next tab looks a bit similar. This is the Premiums Paid tab. It's looking at the same basic information, but it comes from a general ledger rather than the sales ledger. The difference being that this view shows what actually happened. It shows all the premiums received, but it also includes policies that were cancelled or where payments were missed or late or incorrect. And if I pick an individual area on the chart here, I can zoom in and find out exactly what was happening at that point in time. Now, one of our customers recently asked me if we could build an app which looked at both the sales ledger and the general ledger. They said that their BI team had been trying for at least 4 months with an old style OLAP based BI system. So we took them up on the challenge and we built a new tab which shows ledger adjustments. Now this took a bit less than 4 months. In fact, it took about 30 minutes. Let me open it up now. And it allows you to look at a time period, a sales channel, or a group of policies, and find out what was causing the biggest delta between the two ledgers, right down to the individual transactions. Now this ability to compare two ledgers, or any two other sets of associated data, is something that is very challenging on paper, but actually Qlik Sense takes it in its stride, and there's no coding required. So let's have a closer look at what's going on in this tab. I can see that the medical plan seems to be causing very high levels of premium reversals, and yet the claims reversal rate is very low. So let's look at the medical plan in a bit more detail. I can see that the trend is down, which is a good thing. What I'm able to do is select a number of policies here. Let's pick the top 9 or 10. And I can see if I go over to the sales performance tab, I can actually see which salespeople were responsible for selling those premiums and exactly where they're located geographically on the map. And I can select the top 2 salespeople there and go into even more detail. If I want to see that detail in tabular format, I can just click on the metrics tab. I can see exactly where those policies were. So that was sales. Now let's have a look at claims. I can see a number of metrics about claims here. I can select claims based on the age groups of the people who claimed, or I can look for a period in time when there is a drop in claims. And as with the other sheets, I can use that data to go back to the salespeople who sold the policies, or look at where the claims lie on a map. Now, claims data normally reveals something interesting when plotted on a map, either through geographical risk like flooding, or through fraud. And in this app, you just select an area you want to look at, make some selections, and you find out more about those claims. And in this case, I'm going to select the claims in the southwest of England. So let's do that on the map. And I'm just going to use my lasso tool here to select those claims that I'm interested in. And I'm going to jump to the other tab called Loss Ratios and see what the loss ratios were like for those particular claims. I can see that they're very high. Now, one thing to point out here is the KPI object in Qlik Sense up in the top right hand corner where it's coloured red, and it's showing me that the loss ratio for those selected claims is 106%. Conditional colouring has been set to make the text red when a certain threshold is reached. Simple, but effective. So you've seen a lot of capabilities in the Qlik Sense insurance demo, and now you can use it yourself by visiting qlik.com/demo insurance. Thanks for watching.